Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back. It's episode number 7 of Follow the Yellow Brick Wall, my Borussia Dortmund Football Manager 2021 beta save. I'm Tony, as you know. Hope you've been enjoying the series so far. If you have been following the series so far, you'll know that things are going well in the league. But we've just played, of course, the first Champions League game, and sadly lost to Liverpool in a match which I still think we probably should have got something out of, to be honest. Bit disappointing to lose that one. We then followed it up with a bonus episode and an absolute spanking of Schalke. We hammered them in the Gelsenkirchen derby. So morale is high, I think it's safe to say. Looking obviously down there at the performances, we seem to be doing quite well. We are currently a B-. I mean, to be honest, they're a bit miffed at a couple of results here. Now, we'll get on to it as we go. So obviously the Liverpool result is one that the board are a little bit unhappy about. We beat Ludogorets in the Champions League in match day 2, so at least we've got some points on the board. Haaland getting himself a nice little goal there, which of course gave us the 3 points. It was almost a point, to be honest, but Ludogorets had this goal disallowed for offside, so that was chalked off. So we went through, we got the 3 points that we needed, and obviously that will lead on to this week's episode where we face Celtic in the Champions League. As you can see there, look, we just dominated that game, to be honest. But unfortunately, as is the way of Football Manager, if you're flying and doing particularly well, what happens is you play a team who are doing really badly and they beat you. So we've travelled to Biefield, Armenia Biefield, and like early in the match as well. So we're sort of, we're pressing here. We're trying to sort of force some errors. I mean, what on earth is Zagardo's doing? Just lumping the ball forward with no real direction. It looks scrappy. Like watching back now, like the highlights look really scrappy. Like we don't look like we're in possession. Hartel then rides that tackle, gets straight past, and what about that for a strike from Kloss? I think it was Pre actually who actually had the shot in the first instance, but Kloss is the guy who got given the goal 4 minutes in, and we thought, right, okay, fine, plenty of football to still be played. We can get back into the match and get ourselves a point, maybe even get ourselves 3 points. No, it was just one of those games where it didn't really matter what was happening. It was just the perfect performance from Biefield. They scored right at the start, and then they scored that absolute worldie from Hartel in the 90th minute, just to confirm the points and consign us to our first defeat of the season. Looking obviously at the stats there, we were good for a result, but that's football. That's the way it works. Sadly, full credit to Biefield. They deserved the 3 points. It hasn't really affected our league position too much, of course. Obviously, we are still top. Mönchengladbach are second, Leipzig are third, Frankfurt, and then Bayern Munich and Werder Bremen. So there's 5 points separates us and sixth. So that's fine. Champions League, we obviously are in the mix. And of course, as I say, today the Champions League does roll around. We're in match day 3. We travel to Parkhead to face Celtic. So a match I'm looking forward to be honest. I think that on paper we should do pretty well here. I think that we've got enough about ourselves to do well. Hummels is going to be rested for this match. Jude Bellingham is in as well, which is kind of a big piece of news. I think he's replacing. Let's have a look there. I think he's replacing Sancho possibly. We're just trying to mix things up a little bit. Marco Reus is possibly the player that Bellingham's replacing. But we just need to try and mix a few things up. I think that we're confident. We should be confident going into this game. Obviously, it's going to be a difficult match. Celtic are a good side. But let's be honest. I think we've probably got enough about ourselves to take the points here. And I'd be disappointed to come back with anything less than a point. Obviously, we're aiming for 3, but I think we would be devastated to come away with a defeat in this match. So hopefully we can do something quite well. my plan, of course, as we've seen so far in this save, is to try and attack early doors. I know we've got a sort of balanced mentality on at the minute, but we do have quite a high pressing and obviously high intensity, and then of course we obviously try and keep the tempo of the match moving quite quickly as well. So players are tiring. Obviously we mentioned that before. Players are tiring quite a bit, so there is a bit of squad rotation going around. And then hopefully, and there's Brandt, and that's 1-0 with 8 minutes on the clock. Julian Brandt has found himself slipped through by Haaland in acres of space as well. Sancho here with the ball over the top to Haaland, playing on the defender's shoulder, slips it through. Look how much room Julian Brandt's got there, and all he's got to do is pick his spot and just shape his body up, and then just roll it past the goalkeeper into the far post. 1-0, and that should settle any nerves that we had going into this match. Now we can just start to play our own game and hopefully just start to control the football and the game and just get what we need to get out of it now, because that's what we need. A nice early goal to settle any nerves, if there was any nerves. And Brandt's picked up a little wayward pass there as well, and now it's Haaland running through, blocked by the defender. Brandt's picked it back up, he's gone down. Penalty, come on, surely. No, apparently not. The referee reckoned that wasn't a penalty, and Azure made a great tackle. So here comes Brandt again on the wing, and there's Haaland with a header straight at the goalkeeper. It's all Dortmund, isn't it, so far? It's all Dortmund. But here comes Edouard, and then James Forrest. Brilliant block. Brilliant. But Bellingham's getting back there and blocking. That's what you want, isn't it, from youngsters and an attacking side like Dortmund? You want players who are going to get back and do their defensive work. So fair play, Jude Bellingham, for getting yourself back in that position there. Some players would sort of shirk at that and go, that's not really for me, but you fully understand the team mentality here, so I like that. And then we've got a foul here. Is it outside the area? I think it's probably outside the area. I don't think that's a penalty. It's going to go to VAR though, so they're going to have a look at it. They're going to have a look and see what they reckon. I'm not convinced. I think it's going to be a free kick. What's he going to say? No penalty. No penalty. Well, I said it was no penalty. I thought it was a free kick. It's fine. Right on the edge of the box there. Brandt with the ball in, headed away. It's not really sort of helped us, to be honest. Edouard's actually on a bit of a breakaway now as well, so we need to stand him up, hopefully. And Bellingham again getting back in there and getting the clearance. Fair play, Jude Bellingham. You're putting a shift in, aren't you? Obviously, he's trying to prove his worth. He's come to Dortmund, big money signing, young player, lots of expectation. He's been given his opportunity, and so far, 28 minutes into the match, first half an hour, he's certainly taken that opportunity, isn't he? And filling in obviously with the with Marco Reus being out, which is big shoes to fill. But he's doing well, so fair play to the lad. Now it's Schmelzer, who's in for Guerrero at left back. Ball's now played to McGregor. Lovely ball, Edouard, and that's a great save by Berkey. I don't know how he saved it. Edouard really should have scored that, to be honest. That had 1-1 written all over it, but somehow Berkey's made a top-class save, or Edouard's shot has not been good enough, and we've managed to get away with it to win the corner. But we've maybe rode our luck a little bit there, I think. Other news, of course, in the group, Liverpool have gone 2-0 up against Ludogorets, so they now go another point ahead of us. They stay a point ahead of us in the group, as we are now. And again, I think at the time when the group was drawn, we probably thought we'd be second, so it's not a major issue at this point. Obviously still a lot of football to be played. 2-0, and it's Jude Bellingham, a man who's having an absolute fantastic game. He's having a great game, Bellingham. He is everywhere. And you know what? I think he deserves his goal, to be honest. 40 minutes in, the lad's put a shift in. It's knocking around, bouncing around, and he picks up a loose ball, essentially. I don't know whether he's gone for a little 1-2 and it's not really played off, but he's picked up the ball and just lashed it past the goalkeeper. And fair play to Jude Bellingham. I think that's his first. That will be his first Champions League goal. So congratulations, Jude Bellingham, getting yourself on the score sheet there. Fully deserved. He's worked for it. So fair play, lad. Fair play. Edouard has now taken a knock for Celtic, so he might come off later on. Berkey with a save to deny Celtic the opportunity to try and get back in the game. Now here comes Sancho pushing on, driving at the defence. Great tackle there as a bit of a last ditcher as we approach half time. And there goes the whistle. 2-0 up at half time. Interesting that XG is pretty much identical, to be honest. We've both had reasonable amounts of shots. So we've had 6, they've had 5. We had 4 on target, they've had 3. XG of 0.52 and 0.53. Obviously, we're 2-0 up, so we've basically taken our chances and then some. So performance-wise, I think we're doing all right, Heat map, I think it's fairly obvious where the players is concentrated. It's very much being contested in the middle of the park. And then, of course, down in the sort of Sancho's really sort of putting a number on the Celtic left back. So if we can maybe focus a little bit more down that wing, then we may get a bit more joy in the second half. So we shall see. Obviously, team talk wise, just let everyone know we're doing fine. I think there's no need to sort of try and change anything. Whatever you say at this point is only going to confuse matters. I'm trying to work out whether I need to shift up Haaland's sort of responsibility, I think, for want of a better word. Is he going to be a deep line forward? Is he going to be an attacking forward? I think he's an attacking forward, but I just want to sort of try and mix it up a little bit and just, we're 2-0 up, we can afford to take a few risks, get him dropping a bit deeper now, and sort of holding the ball up and then bringing the wider players in into play and just seeing if that can offer us a different dimension, because it might be something we might need later on in the season. So it seems a reasonable idea to try it now when we're already winning. Here comes Sancho, picks up the ball, lays it back, Haaland, and it's saved, unfortunately. So there's Haaland getting in on the action again. He's had a relatively quiet game, I must admit, Haaland. I know it says he's got 7.2, but he's not really been involved a great deal. He did, of course, lay on the goal for Brandt in the first half, so I can't say he's done nothing. But yeah, I think if you're looking for a guy to lead the line and to be the guy who is the guy, then he has had a quiet game by his standards. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on for the rest of the match. A couple of changes there. I think Reina and Rania are going to come on, so a bit of a change in midfield. Just a set of fresh legs, to be honest. Great ball in, and it's Bellingham again. It's 3-0. Jude Bellingham at the back post. Nobody's marking him. No one's marking him. The ball's come all the way. Reina's whipped it in, and yeah, it's just gone past everybody. Bellingham's at the back post, and he just steers it into the net. He's onside. He's a mile onside. Defender leaves him, tries to run off and play the offside trap. It's never going to work. And Bellingham's just got a simple tap in at the back post. No more than he deserves, to be honest. I think he's put an absolute shift in, Jude Bellingham. Great performance. 2 goals now in the Champions League for the youngster. And he is definitely making a case for being started in the next match, which is Bayern Munich. So who knows? He might well get that start, or he might sort of. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying whether he's going to play or not play at this point, but he's making it difficult for me to potentially leave him out. So Yeah, well played, Jude. That's exactly what you want to be doing. Make my life difficult for me. Make me make decisions upon whether or not you need to play another player at the expense of other players. So that's what football's all about, and you're doing your job, man. So Haaland out to Reina, who cuts it back. Ranier, Witsel, Ranier, and that's wayward shot from Ranier. You can do better than that. Come on, that's awful. You've got much more ability. You play for Real Madrid. You'd expect you to be a better player than that. Here's Witsel. Now here's Haaland. Now here's Bellingham. Dahoud out to Reina. Reina tries to cut it back, but just doesn't beat the first defender. So Frimpong brings it away. Now here's Edouard, and he's chasing on Rogic. Frimpong. Brown in for Edouard. Great goal, to be honest. Lovely goal. Can't really say anything about that. Edouard's movement has been great. Fair play as well for Frimpong as well for bringing. He brought 3 players in there. 3 of my players followed Frimpong. It didn't, really have much effect in the final ball, but 3 players, that's a lot. And then great run from Frimpong, and it's either Hummels or maybe Chan actually. Just hasn't tracked him as he's moved. I think it's Hummels. He's just not watched him as he's gone past, and he's still got a lot of work to do. He's still got to try and put that ball past Berkey, but a great goal. Can't really complain, to be honest. 3-1. It's fine. Hopefully we're still okay. I think Delaney is going to come on for Witsel just to offer up some fresh legs. There's some stats there about Edouard saying he's already scored. He should probably mark him. Yeah, we really should still mark him because he's a very good player. And he's played very well today. So we probably should consider marking him a little bit tighter with 5 minutes to go. That seems to be a really smart idea. Thank you, assistant manager, for highlighting that. Schmelzer, the ball's away, and is it going to go? No, fine. Okay, highlights are finished. It looks like we're going to try and just see the game out now at this point. 2 minutes now on the clock. 2 minutes, ball's out. It's come to Schmelzer, who looks around, tries to work out whether to go back to Berkey, whether to play out to Reina. Reina picks the ball up now, moves inside, and now here's Haaland, Meunier, Bellingham now. He's Meunier back to Ranier, and then Delaney again. Oh, he wanted 3 bites of that cherry, and it just wasn't falling for him, was it? But to be honest, we should really just be putting the ball in the corner. We don't need to be attacking at this point, but that's the way that we're going to play, is the way we're going to play. So fair enough. If it's going to be a case of attack for 90 minutes, fine. In comes Frimpong and Edouard, and it's a save by Berkey. And to be honest, that's terrible defender, but really good attack and play from Celtic. And if we'd have been punished, then kind of really got ourselves to blame, to be honest, haven't we? Need to concentrate a little bit more. The game's not over yet. The ball's cleared, and are we going to get there yet? Come on, referee. We've only said 4 minutes of time. Look at that. Oh, is that Forrest left completely unmarked? But he's offside, thankfully. And also, how was he missed on his own offside like that? But never mind. The final whistle's gone. We've won the game. 3-1 is the final score in the Champions League. It's the result we needed. Jude Bellingham, by the way, I think is the story of the game, really. What a performance. What a performance from the youngster. 2 goals in the Champions League. First time he's ever scored in the Champions League. And I think, for a youngster, he can be pretty happy of his performance there, to be honest. So we still stay second in the Champions League group. That's fine, because hopefully we can still progress. And of course, next episode is a match against Bayern Munich. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, drop us a little like and subscribe to the channel. There you go, confirmation. Jude Bellingham is the youngest ever Champions League scorer in Dortmund's history. If you enjoyed the video, as I say, drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it. We hope to see you soon. Stay safe, and we'll see you shortly with the next episode where we take on Bayern Munich.